So hello, guys, welcome back to Chimotofu Fiction. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe this channel. Without any wasting time, let's start the story.
Once upon a time in a universe where quirks reigned supreme, a peculiar turn of events unfolded when Rimuru Tempest, the powerful slime-turned-demon lord from the world of That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, found himself mysteriously transported into the My Hero Academia universe. At first, Rimuru was bewildered by this new world filled with heroes and villains, but being the adaptable creature he was, he quickly assessed the situation. Sensing the chaos and imbalance within the MHA universe, Rimuru saw an opportunity to bring order and prosperity to this new realm. With his vast knowledge and strategic mind, he began to devise a plan to assert his dominance. Utilizing his unique abilities, Rimuru infiltrated the Hero Society, disguising himself as a friendly ally. Slowly but surely, he gained the trust of key figures within the hero community, all while discreetly gathering information about the inner workings of this society. Meanwhile, Rimuru also reached out to various villains, offering them power and resources in exchange for their loyalty. With his persuasive charm and promises of a better future, many villains flocked to his side, eager to join his cause. As tensions between heroes and villains escalated, Rimuru saw his opportunity to strike. In a carefully coordinated move, he revealed his true identity and unleashed his full power upon the unsuspecting inhabitants of the MHA universe. With his immense strength and cunning tactics, Rimuru swiftly defeated both heroes and villains alike, establishing himself as the supreme ruler of this world. But Rimuru's conquest was not driven by a desire for tyranny. Instead, he sought to bring about a new era of peace and harmony, where heroes and villains could coexist without fear or prejudice. Under his benevolent rule, crime rates plummeted, and society flourished like never before. However, not everyone was content with Rimuru's reign. A small group of rebels, both heroes and villains who refused to submit to his authority, banded together to oppose him. Thus began a daring resistance movement, determined to overthrow Rimuru and restore freedom to the MHA universe. What followed was a series of epic battles and dramatic confrontations as Rimuru and his loyal followers clashed with the rebel forces. But amidst the chaos and destruction, new alliances were forged, and old rivalries were put aside in the pursuit of a common goal. In the end, it was not brute strength or overwhelming power that decided the fate of the MHA universe, but the resilience and determination of its inhabitants. With courage and sacrifice, the rebels managed to weaken Rimuru's hold on the world, eventually forcing him to retreat back to his own dimension. Answer: the MHA universe was forever changed by the presence of Rimuru Tempest, a being of great power and even greater ambition. Though his influence had faded, his legacy lived on, inspiring future generations to strive for a world where heroes and villains could one day truly unite in peace. In the aftermath of Rimuru's departure from the MHA universe, a fragile peace settled over the land. The scars of the conflict remained, serving as a constant reminder of the price paid for freedom. Heroes and villains, once bitter enemies, now found themselves standing side by side, united by the shared experiences and the common goal of rebuilding their shattered society. As the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, the people of the MHA universe worked tirelessly to restore what had been lost. Heroes patrolled the streets, keeping the peace and protecting the innocent, while villains, seeking redemption for the past actions, lent their strength to the reconstruction efforts. But amidst the rebuilding process, whispers of a new threat began to spread. Rumors spoke of a dark force gathering in the shadows, plotting to seize control of the MHA universe for its own nefarious purposes. Some dismissed these rumors as nothing more than idle gossip, but others took them seriously, recognizing the fragile nature of the newfound peace. In the heart of this uncertainty stood a new generation of heroes, eager to prove themselves in the face of adversity. Led by a determined few who had witnessed the horrors of Rimuru's reign firsthand, they vowed to protect their world at any cost, drawing strength from the lessons of the past and the hope of a brighter future. But as tensions continued to rise and old wounds threatened to reopen, the fate of the MHA universe hung in the balance once more. Would history repeat itself, plunging the world into chaos once again? Or would the courage and resilience of its inhabitants prevail, ensuring that Rimuru's legacy remained nothing more than a distant memory? Only time would tell. In the wake of Rimuru's departure and the subsequent peace that settled over the MHA universe, new challenges emerged, testing the resolve of its heroes and the resilience of its society. With the absence of a central authority figure like Rimuru, power vacuums began to form, leading to struggles for dominance among various factions. Some sought to seize control through force, while others pursued more diplomatic means, forging alliances and building coalitions in an effort to maintain stability. Amidst this uncertain landscape, heroes and villains alike found themselves grappling with questions of identity and purpose. For heroes, the absence of a clear adversary meant redefining their role in a world no longer defined by conflict. Many turned their attention towards humanitarian efforts, using their powers to aid in the reconstruction process and provide assistance to those in need. Villains, on the other hand, faced a crisis of conscience as they struggled to reconcile their past actions with the possibility of redemption. Some chose to embrace their newfound freedom and pursue a path of rehabilitation, seeking to atone for their sins and make amends for the harm they had caused. But not all were content to simply move on from the past. A new generation of villains, emboldened by the absence of Rimuru's oppressive rule, began to rise, eager to carve out their own legacies in a world ripe for exploitation. Caught in the middle of these conflicting forces were ordinary citizens, whose lives hung in the balance as the struggle for control played out around them. Some looked to the heroes for protection and guidance, while others found themselves drawn towards the allure of villainy, seduced by promises of power and influence. As tensions continued to escalate and the fragile peace of the MHA universe teetered on the brink of collapse, one thing became abundantly clear: the road to true peace and prosperity would be long and fraught with peril. But so long as there were those willing to fight for what was right, there remained hope that the MHA universe would emerge from the shadows of its past and enter a brighter tomorrow. Amidst the swirling turmoil of the MHA universe, a beacon of hope emerged in the form of a young hero in training named Midoriya Izuku. Inspired by the sacrifices of those who came before him and fueled by an unwavering sense of justice, Midoriya stood as a symbol of resilience in the face of adversity. Determined to uphold the ideals of heroism in a world still reeling from the aftermath of Rimuru's reign, Midoriya and his classmates at UA High School embarked on a journey of self-discovery and growth, honing their abilities and forging bonds that would prove invaluable in the trials to come. But as they faced down new threats and confronted the shadows of their past, Midoriya and his friends soon realized that the road to becoming true heroes was fraught with challenges they had never before imagined. From internal conflicts and moral dilemmas to external forces seeking to tear their world apart, the young heroes found themselves tested in ways they could never have anticipated. Yet, through it all, they remained steadfast in the determination to protect the innocent and uphold the values of heroism, drawing strength from the lessons learned during the darkest hours. Alongside allies both old and new, they stood united against the forces of darkness, refusing to back down in the face of overwhelming odds. And as they fought tooth and nail to defend the fragile peace of the MHA universe, Midoriya and his friends came to understand that true heroism was not simply about possessing great power, but about having the courage to stand up for what was right, even in the face of despair. In the end, it was their unwavering resolve and unwavering belief in the inherent goodness of humanity that ultimately saved the MHA universe from the brink of destruction. And though the scars of their struggle would linger for years to come, they served as a reminder of the strength that could be found in unity, hope, and the unbreakable spirit of heroism. As the dust settled and the echoes of conflict faded, the MHA universe found itself at a crossroads, poised on the brink of a new era of possibility and potential. With Rimuru's influence a distant memory and the lessons of the past weighing heavily on their hearts, the inhabitants of this world began to rebuild, drawing strength from the bonds forged in the fires of adversity. Heroes and villains alike worked side by side, setting aside the differences in pursuit of a common goal, to create a future where peace and harmony reigned supreme. Though old rivalries and resentments lingered, they were overshadowed by a shared commitment to building a better world for generations to come. Under the guidance of Midoriya Izuku and his classmates, the heroes of the MHA universe embarked on a mission to reform the hero society from within, rooting out corruption and injustice wherever it lay. With their unwavering dedication to the ideals of heroism and justice, they inspired others to follow in their footsteps, paving the way for a brighter tomorrow. Meanwhile, villains who had once reveled in chaos and destruction found redemption in unlikely places, discovering that true power lay not in domination, but in compassion and empathy. Through acts of selflessness and sacrifice, they sought to atone for the past sins and earn the trust of those they had wronged. But the road to redemption was not an easy one, fraught with obstacles and challenges at every turn. As they struggled to leave their old lives behind and embrace a new path, they found solace in the knowledge that they were not alone, that forgiveness was possible, and that second chances were worth fighting for. Answer: as the sun set on one chapter of their story and rose on the next, the people of the MHA universe looked to the future with hope and optimism, knowing that so long as they stood together, there was nothing they could not overcome. For in the end, it was not the battles they fought or the powers they wielded that defined them, but the strength of their convictions and the depth of their humanity. In the aftermath of turmoil and redemption, the MHA universe embarked on a journey of healing and renewal. With heroes and villains working hand in hand to rebuild their shattered world, a newfound sense of unity blossomed, transcending the boundaries that once divided them. Guided by the lessons learned from the past struggles, the hero society underwent a transformation, embracing transparency and accountability to ensure that the mistakes of history would not be repeated. Gone were the days of shadowy dealings and unchecked power. In their place stood a beacon of integrity and justice, inspiring trust and confidence in all who looked to them for protection. But the road to recovery was not without its challenges. Lingering resentments and mistrust threatened to undermine the fragile peace that had been forged, testing the resolve of even the most steadfast allies. Yet, through open dialogue and genuine empathy, old wounds began to heal, paving the way for reconciliation and understanding. Meanwhile, the villains of the MHA universe found themselves faced with a choice: to embrace the path of redemption or to continue down the dark road of destruction. Many chose the former, recognizing that true strength lay not in the pursuit of power, but in the courage to change for the better. Supported by their former adversaries and guided by their own newfound convictions, they sought to make amends for the pain and suffering they had caused, striving to become beacons of hope in a world still scarred by their actions. As time passed and the wounds of the past began to fade, the people of the MHA universe looked towards the future with hope and optimism, knowing that they had weathered the storm together and emerged stronger for it. For in the end, it was not the powers they possessed or the battles they fought that defined them, but the choices they made and the bonds they forged in the pursuit of a brighter tomorrow. With the MHA universe on the path of healing and unity, new challenges and opportunities arose, ushering in an era of exploration and discovery. As heroes and villains set aside the differences and worked together to rebuild their world, they found themselves drawn to the unknown, eager to explore the uncharted territories that lay beyond the confines of their own reality. Driven by a spirit of adventure and a thirst for knowledge, explorers and scientists from both sides of the hero-villain divide collaborated on ambitious projects aimed at unlocking the secrets of the universe. From interdimensional travel to advanced technology, their efforts pushed the boundaries of what was thought possible, opening up new avenues for exploration and innovation. But as they ventured into the unknown, they soon discovered that the universe was far more vast and mysterious than they could have ever imagined. From distant galaxies teeming with life to enigmatic dimensions where reality itself seemed to bend and warp, they encountered wonders beyond their wildest dreams and dangers beyond the darkest nightmares. Yet, through courage and perseverance, they pressed on, united in their quest to uncover the truths that lay hidden among the stars. Along the way, they forged new alliances and friendships, bridging the divides that once separated them and proving that even in the face of uncertainty, hope could still shine bright. And as they journeyed ever deeper into the cosmos, they came to understand that the true power of heroism lay not in the battles they fought or the enemies they defeated, but in the bonds they shared and the legacy they left behind. For in the end, it was their unity and compassion that would guide them through the darkness and into the light, illuminating the path to a future where anything was possible. As the explorers of the MHA universe delved deeper into the cosmos, they uncovered mysteries that defied explanation and challenged their understanding of the universe. Among the stars and across dimensions, they encountered civilizations both ancient and advanced, each with its own unique culture and history. In their travels, they discovered long-forgotten relics of unimaginable power, relics that held the key to unlocking the secrets of the universe itself. From artifacts capable of reshaping reality to ancient libraries filled with knowledge beyond comprehension, they embarked on a quest to unravel the mysteries of the cosmos and unlock the true potential of their world. But with great power came great danger, as they soon discovered that they were not the only ones seeking to harness the power of these artifacts for their own gain. Dark forces, drawn to the allure of ultimate power, sought to claim the relics for themselves, threatening to unleash chaos and destruction upon the universe. In the face of this looming threat, heroes and villains once again joined forces, setting aside the differences to confront a common enemy. Together, they embarked on a daring adventure across the stars, battling ancient evils and overcoming seemingly insurmountable odds in their quest to protect the universe from annihilation. Along the way, they forged bonds that transcended the boundaries of heroism and villainy, discovering that in the end, it was not the powers they possessed or the battles they fought that defined them, but the choices they made and the friendships they forged along the way. And as they stood united against the forces of darkness, they came to understand that true heroism lay not in the pursuit of glory or fame, but in the willingness to sacrifice everything for the greater good. For in the end, it was their unity, their courage, and their unwavering belief in the power of hope that would guide them through the darkest of times and into a future filled with endless possibilities. As their journey through the cosmos continued, the explorers of the MHA universe encountered beings of unimaginable power and wisdom, each with their own unique perspectives on the nature of existence. From ancient cosmic entities who had witnessed the birth of stars to enigmatic beings who existed beyond the confines of time itself, they found themselves drawn into a tapestry of existence that spanned the breadth of the universe. Guided by their insatiable curiosity and thirst for knowledge, the explorers delved ever deeper into the mysteries of the cosmos, seeking answers to questions that had long eluded them. Along the way, they uncovered ancient prophecies and forgotten truths, each offering glimpses into the true nature of reality and the role they were destined to play in shaping its future. But as they journeyed further into the unknown, they found themselves confronted by challenges that tested the limits of their understanding and pushed them to the brink of despair. From cosmic phenomena beyond their comprehension to malevolent forces determined to snuff out the light of existence, they faced trials that threatened to break their spirit and shatter their resolve. Yet, through courage and determination, they persevered, drawing strength from the bonds of friendship and the knowledge that they were not alone in their struggle. Together, they stood united against the forces of darkness, wielding the power of hope as their most potent weapon against the encroaching shadows. And as they journeyed onward, they came to realize that the true meaning of their quest lay not in the answers they sought or the challenges they faced, but in the journey itself. For in the end, it was the experiences they shared, the lessons they learned, and the bonds they forged along the way that would define them as true heroes of the cosmos. Amidst the vast expanse of the cosmos, the explorers of the MHA universe uncovered a truth that transcended the boundaries of space and time, the interconnectedness of all existence. Through their travels, they came to understand that the universe was not simply a collection of disparate worlds and civilizations, but a single, unified entity bound together by the threads of destiny and fate. Driven by this newfound revelation, the explorers embarked on a quest to unravel the mysteries of existence itself, seeking to understand the underlying forces that govern the cosmos. Along the way, they encountered beings of immense power and wisdom, each offering insights into the nature of reality and the role they were destined to play in shaping its future. But as they delved deeper into the mysteries of the universe, they soon discovered that their quest was not without its dangers. Malevolent forces, drawn to the power they wielded, sought to bend reality to their will, threatening to unravel the very fabric of existence itself. Undeterred, the explorers stood united against this existential threat, drawing upon the strength of their bonds and the wisdom of their allies to confront the forces of darkness head-on. In a climactic battle that spanned the breadth of the cosmos, they fought with all their might to protect the universe from annihilation, risking everything in the name of preserving the fragile balance of existence. And in the end, it was their unwavering courage and indomitable spirit that carried them to victory, ensuring that the universe would endure for generations to come. As they returned home, weary but triumphant, they knew that their journey was far from over, for the mysteries of the cosmos were infinite, and the quest for knowledge would continue for eternity. But no matter what trials lay ahead, they would face them together, as heroes of the MHA universe and guardians of the cosmos. In the aftermath of the cosmic odyssey, the explorers returned to the MHA universe as changed individuals, their hearts and minds forever shaped by the wonders they had witnessed and the challenges they had overcome. Though their journey had been long and arduous, they emerged stronger and more resilient than ever before, ready to face whatever the future held with unwavering resolve. But as they settled back into their lives, they found that the world they had returned to was not the same as the one they had left behind. In their absence, new threats had emerged, testing the limits of the hero society and challenging the ideals they held dear. From shadowy organizations plotting to plunge the world into chaos to ancient evils awakening from their slumber, the heroes of the MHA universe found themselves confronted by adversaries unlike any they had faced before. Yet, with the newfound wisdom and the bonds of friendship forged in the crucible of the cosmos, they stood united against the forces of darkness, ready to defend their world no matter the cost. But amidst the chaos and uncertainty, there remained a glimmer of hope, a belief that no matter how dire the situation, the light of heroism would never be extinguished. For as long as there were those willing to stand up and fight for what was right, the MHA universe would endure, its future secured by the courage and determination of its heroes. And so, as they embarked on a new chapter in their journey, the heroes of the MHA universe faced the challenges ahead with renewed vigor and unwavering determination, knowing that no matter what trials awaited them, they would face them together, as heroes united in purpose and bound by the bonds of friendship that transcended space and time. As the heroes of the MHA universe continued to face new challenges and threats, they also found themselves embarking on a journey of personal growth and self-discovery. Each member of the hero society grappled with their own struggles and insecurities, facing inner demons as formidable as any external foe. Midoriya Izuku, the symbol of hope, wrestled with the weight of his responsibility and the fear of not living up to the expectations placed upon him. Through trials and tribulations, he learned to embrace his own strength and forge his own path, inspiring others to do the same. Meanwhile, Bakugo Katsuki confronted the demons of his past, coming to terms with his own arrogance and learning the true meaning of humility and teamwork. Through his journey of self-reflection, he emerged as a stronger, more compassionate hero, determined to make amends for his past mistakes. Todoroki Shoto struggled with the legacy of his family and the scars of his upbringing, seeking to break free from the shadows of his past and define his own identity as a hero. Through perseverance and self-acceptance, he found the courage to embrace his full potential and become the hero he was always meant to be. And amidst the trials and tribulations of heroism, friendships were forged and bonds were strengthened, as the heroes of the MHA universe stood by each other through thick and thin. Together, they faced down adversity, fought for justice, and emerged victorious, not just as individuals, but as a united front against the forces of darkness. As their journey continued, they came to understand that true heroism was not just about defeating villains or saving the day, but about facing their fears, overcoming their flaws, and standing up for what they believed in, no matter the cost. And as they looked towards the future, they did so with hope and optimism, knowing that as long as they stood together, there was nothing they couldn't overcome. As the heroes of the MHA universe continued their journey of growth and self-discovery, they found themselves facing a new wave of challenges unlike any they had encountered before. Dark forces, fueled by hatred and greed, threatened to tear the world apart, testing the resolve of even the strongest heroes. In the face of this looming threat, Midoriya Izuku and his allies rallied the Hero Society, inspiring courage and hope in the hearts of all who stood against the darkness. United in purpose and determination, they confronted their adversaries head-on, refusing to back down in the face of overwhelming odds. But as the battle raged on, it became clear that victory would not come easily. The forces of evil were cunning and relentless, their schemes threatening to unravel the very fabric of reality itself. Yet, the heroes refused to waver, drawing strength from the bonds of friendship and the unwavering belief that justice would prevail. In a climactic showdown that spanned the length and breadth of the MHA universe, heroes and villains clashed in an epic struggle for the fate of the world. Powers collided, alliances were tested, and sacrifices were made, as the fate of millions hung in the balance. And in the end, it was not the strength of their powers or the ferocity of their attacks that determined the outcome, but the strength of their hearts and the depth of their convictions. Through courage, sacrifice, and unwavering determination, the heroes emerged victorious, driving back the forces of darkness and restoring peace to the world once more. As the dust settled and the echoes of battle faded, the heroes of the MHA universe stood united, their bonds stronger than ever before. Though the scars of their struggle would linger, they knew that as long as they stood together, there was nothing they couldn't overcome. And as they looked towards the future, they did so with hope and optimism, knowing that no matter what challenges lay ahead, they would face them as heroes, united in purpose and bound by the unbreakable bonds of friendship. With the triumph over darkness, the MHA universe entered a new era of peace and prosperity. The heroes, having proven their mettle time and time again, continued to safeguard their world from threats both old and new, their resolve unwavering in the face of adversity. But as the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, whispers of a new danger began to spread throughout the Hero Society. Rumors spoke of a shadowy organization lurking in the shadows, plotting to unleash chaos and destruction upon the world once more. Determined to uncover the truth and protect their world from harm, Midoriya Izuku and his allies embarked on a daring investigation, following clues and unraveling mysteries that led them to the heart of the conspiracy. Along the way, they encountered new allies and old adversaries, each with their own agendas and motivations. As they delved deeper into the secrets of the shadowy organization, they uncovered a plot that threatened to tear the very fabric of reality asunder. Led by a powerful and enigmatic figure known only as the Architect, the organization sought to harness the power of ancient artifacts to reshape the world in their own image. With time running out and the fate of the world hanging in the balance, Midoriya and his allies rallied the Hero Society once more, drawing upon their courage and determination to confront the forces of darkness head-on. In a final showdown that tested their strength, their resolve, and their bonds of friendship, they emerged victorious, thwarting the plans of the Architect and restoring peace to the world once more. As the dust settled and the world rejoiced in their victory, Midoriya and his allies knew that their journey was far from over. For in a world as vast and unpredictable as theirs, new challenges would always arise, and heroes would always be needed to face them. But as long as they stood together, united in purpose and bound by the bonds of friendship, they were ready to face whatever the future held with unwavering resolve and unyielding courage. In the wake of their victory over the shadowy organization and the Architect's plot, the heroes of the MHA universe found themselves hailed as symbols of hope and inspiration once more. But amidst the celebrations and accolades, a sense of unease lingered, as whispers of new threats on the horizon echoed through the halls of Hero Society. Determined to stay one step ahead of the darkness, Midoriya Izuku and his allies redoubled their efforts to protect their world from harm. Drawing upon their experiences and lessons learned from past battles, they formed a task force dedicated to rooting out evil wherever it may lurk and defending the innocent from harm. As they embarked on their new mission, they encountered challenges that tested their resolve like never before. From rogue villains seeking to exploit the chaos for their own gain to ancient evils awakening from their slumber, they faced adversaries both familiar and new, each more formidable than the last. But through it all, they remained steadfast in their commitment to justice and unwavering in the determination to protect the world they held dear. With courage in their hearts and unity in their ranks, they stood as beacons of hope in a world shrouded in darkness, inspiring others to join their cause and stand up for what was right. And as they continued their fight against the forces of evil, they knew that no matter what challenges lay ahead, they would face them together, as heroes united in purpose and bound by the unbreakable bonds of friendship. For in the end, it was not the powers they possessed or the battles they fought that defined them, but the choices they made and the values they held dear as guardians of the MHA universe. As the heroes of the MHA universe continued the tireless efforts to safeguard their world, they found themselves faced with a new and unexpected challenge, a rift in the fabric of reality itself. Strange anomalies began to appear throughout the universe, disrupting the laws of physics and threatening to tear the very fabric of existence asunder. Determined to uncover the source of these anomalies and prevent catastrophe, Midoriya Izuku and his allies embarked on a perilous journey across dimensions, venturing into the unknown in search of answers. Along the way, they encountered strange and wondrous worlds, each with its own unique inhabitants and mysteries waiting to be unraveled. But as they delved deeper into the heart of the rift, they soon discovered that it was not a natural occurrence, but the result of a malevolent force seeking to bend reality to its will. Led by a powerful being known only as the Reality Weaver, this entity sought to reshape the universe in its own image, erasing all that stood in its path. With time running out and the fate of the universe hanging in the balance, Midoriya and his allies faced the greatest challenge yet. In a final showdown that spanned the breadth of existence itself, they battled the Reality Weaver and its minions, risking everything in a desperate bid to save their world from destruction. And in the end, it was not just their strength or their powers that carried them to victory, but the strength of their bonds and the power of their convictions. Through courage, sacrifice, and unwavering determination, they emerged triumphant, sealing the rift and restoring balance to the universe once more. As they returned home, weary but victorious, they knew that their journey was far from over. For in a universe as vast and unpredictable as theirs, new challenges would always arise, and heroes would always be needed to face them. But as long as they stood together, united in purpose and bound by the unbreakable bonds of friendship, they were ready to face whatever the future held with unwavering resolve and unyielding courage. In the aftermath of the battle against the Reality Weaver, the heroes of the MHA universe found themselves hailed as saviors once more. Yet, amidst the celebrations, a sense of solemnity prevailed as they reflected on the sacrifices made and the challenges still ahead. As they returned to their lives, they realized that the universe was forever changed by their actions. The rifts had left scars upon reality, remnants of the cosmic turmoil that had threatened to tear existence apart. But with determination and resolve, they set out to mend these fractures, using their newfound knowledge and understanding to restore balance to the universe. Guided by Midoriya Izuku's unwavering leadership and the bonds forged through countless trials, the heroes embarked on a mission of cosmic restoration. Together, they traversed the stars, venturing into the depths of space and the furthest reaches of the multiverse in search of the rifts that threatened to unravel reality. But as they journeyed onward, they soon realized that the rifts were not just a physical manifestation of chaos, but a reflection of the conflicts and divisions that plagued the universe. In order to truly heal the wounds of existence, they would need to confront the underlying causes of discord and strife, uniting disparate worlds and civilizations in a common cause. Answer: the heroes of the MHA universe became ambassadors of peace and reconciliation, bridging the gaps between worlds and fostering understanding where there was once only fear and mistrust. Through diplomacy and cooperation, they worked tirelessly to mend the fabric of reality and ensure a future where all beings could coexist in harmony. As the rifts were sealed and the universe began to heal, a new era of peace and prosperity dawned. And though the challenges of the past would never be forgotten, the heroes looked towards the future with hope and optimism, knowing that as long as they stood together, there was nothing they couldn't overcome. In the wake of the cosmic endeavors, the heroes of the MHA universe found themselves hailed as legends, the names etched into the annals of history as symbols of courage, unity, and hope. But even as their deeds were celebrated, new challenges emerged, testing the resilience of their world and the strength of their resolve. With the fabric of reality restored and peace reigning once more, the Hero Society faced a new era of exploration and discovery. Guided by Midoriya Izuku and his allies, they ventured into the farthest reaches of the universe, charting unexplored territories and uncovering ancient mysteries hidden among the stars. But as they journeyed onward, they soon discovered that the universe was far from tranquil. Dark forces, emboldened by the chaos of the past, sought to sow discord and destruction wherever they went, threatening to plunge the world into darkness once more. Undeterred, the heroes stood firm against the tide of darkness, drawing upon their strength and courage to defend their world from harm. Through battles fierce and trials daunting, they forged new alliances and honed their abilities, preparing themselves for whatever challenges lay ahead. And as they faced down their adversaries, they came to understand that true heroism was not just about defeating villains or saving the day, but about standing up for what was right, no matter the cost. With each victory won and each obstacle overcome, they grew stronger in their conviction and more steadfast in their resolve. As the years passed and the hero's legend grew, they remained ever vigilant, watching over their world with unwavering dedication and unwavering resolve. For in a universe as vast and unpredictable as theirs, heroes would always be needed to stand against the darkness and protect the light of hope that burned bright within their hearts. As time marched on and the heroes of the MHA universe continued their watchful vigil over their world, new generations arose, inspired by the legends of old and eager to follow in their footsteps. Under the guidance of Midoriya Izuku and his allies, a new era of heroism dawned, one defined by unity, compassion, and unwavering determination. With each passing day, the Hero Society flourished, its ranks swelling with new recruits eager to make a difference in the world. Together, they faced down villains and disasters with courage and resilience, drawing strength from the example set by their predecessors and the bonds of camaraderie that united them. But as the world evolved and new challenges emerged, the heroes found themselves confronting dilemmas more complex than ever before. From ethical quandaries to moral gray areas, they grappled with questions of right and wrong, navigating the treacherous waters of heroism with wisdom and integrity. Yet, through it all, they remained steadfast in their commitment to justice and unwavering in their resolve to protect the innocent. With each victory won and each life saved, they reaffirmed their belief in the power of heroism to change the world for the better. And as they looked towards the future, they did so with hope and optimism, knowing that so long as there were those willing to stand up and fight for what was right, the light of heroism would never be extinguished. For in the end, it was not the powers they possessed or the battles they fought that defined them, but the courage to face adversity head-on and the compassion to uplift those in need. As the Hero Society of the MHA universe continued to thrive, its influence extended beyond the borders of their own world. Inspired by the example set by Midoriya Izuku and his allies, heroes from different dimensions and galaxies looked to them as beacons of hope, drawing strength from their courage and unity in the face of adversity. United in purpose and bound by the shared values of heroism, these heroes formed alliances that transcended the boundaries of space and time, standing together against threats that no single world could hope to overcome alone. From interdimensional invaders to cosmic catastrophes, they faced down challenges that tested the limits of their abilities and the strength of their bonds. But amidst the chaos and turmoil, moments of unity and solidarity shone bright, reminding all who witnessed them of the power of heroism to unite even the most disparate of worlds. From acts of selflessness and sacrifice to displays of unwavering courage in the face of insurmountable odds, the heroes of the multiverse inspired hope in the hearts of all who looked to them for guidance. And as they stood shoulder to shoulder, united in their quest to protect the innocent and uphold justice, they knew that together, they were unstoppable. For in a universe as vast and varied as theirs, heroes would always be needed to stand against the forces of darkness and champion the cause of peace. And so, as they continued their journey through the cosmos, the heroes of the MHA universe carried with them the legacy of those who had come before them, knowing that no matter what challenges lay ahead, they would face them together, as heroes united in purpose and bound by the unbreakable bonds of friendship. In the ever-expanding tapestry of the multiverse, the heroes of the MHA universe found themselves embarking on an epic journey that transcended the boundaries of space and time. Joined by allies from distant galaxies and alternate realities, they ventured forth into the unknown, united in their quest to protect all of creation from the forces of darkness. As they traversed the cosmos, they encountered wonders beyond imagination and dangers beyond comprehension, facing trials that tested their courage, strength, and unity. From ancient cosmic entities to malevolent overlords seeking dominion over all existence, they confronted adversaries more powerful and insidious than any they had faced before. But through sheer determination and unwavering resolve, they pressed on, drawing upon the bonds of friendship and the strength of their convictions to overcome every obstacle in their path. Together, they forged a path through the stars, leaving a trail of hope and inspiration in their wake. And as they journeyed onward, they came to understand that the true power of heroism lay not in the strength of one's abilities, but in the willingness to stand up for what was right, no matter the cost. Through acts of selflessness and sacrifice, they proved time and again that the light of hope could never be extinguished, even in the darkest of times. As the heroes of the MHA universe continued the cosmic odyssey, they knew that their journey was far from over. For in a multiverse filled with infinite possibilities, new challenges would always arise, and heroes would always be needed to face them. But as long as they stood together, united in purpose and bound by the unbreakable bonds of friendship, they were ready to face whatever the future held with unwavering resolve and unyielding courage. In their cosmic odyssey, the heroes of the MHA universe encountered a realm unlike any they had ever seen, a dimension where time flowed like a river, twisting and turning in unpredictable ways. Here, they faced their most formidable challenge yet, an ancient deity known as the Time Weaver, who sought to unravel the very fabric of reality itself. With each twist and turn of the temporal currents, the heroes found themselves confronting echoes of their past and visions of their future, testing their resolve and challenging their understanding of destiny. But through sheer determination and the strength of their bonds, they pressed on, determined to put an end to the Time Weaver's machinations and restore order to the multiverse. In a climactic battle that spanned the ages, the heroes faced off against the Time Weaver, wielding the power of their unity and the wisdom of their experiences to combat the deity's temporal manipulations. As they clashed amidst the swirling currents of time, they drew upon the lessons learned from their journey, forging a path towards victory against all odds. And in the end, it was their unwavering resolve and their refusal to give in to despair that proved to be the greatest weapon. With a final surge of strength, they dealt a decisive blow to the Time Weaver, shattering its hold over reality and restoring balance to the multiverse once more. As they emerged victorious from the chaos, the heroes knew that their journey was far from over. For in a universe as vast and ever-changing as theirs, new challenges would always arise, and heroes would always be needed to face them. But as long as they stood together, united in purpose and bound by the unbreakable bonds of friendship, they were ready to face whatever the future held with unwavering resolve and unyielding courage. In the aftermath of their victory over the Time Weaver, the heroes of the MHA universe found themselves at a crossroads, the journey through the cosmos having forever changed them. As they returned to their own reality, they carried with them the memories of their trials and triumphs, each one shaping them into the heroes they had become. But as they settled back into their lives, they soon realized that the echoes of the cosmic odyssey still reverberated throughout the multiverse. New challenges arose, each one more daunting than the last, testing the limits of their abilities and the strength of their resolve. From interdimensional threats to cosmic catastrophes, the heroes faced adversaries that pushed them to their limits, forcing them to confront the very essence of heroism and sacrifice. Yet, through it all, they remained steadfast in their commitment to protecting the innocent and upholding justice, drawing upon the lessons learned from their journey through the stars. As they fought to defend their world from the forces of darkness, they found solace in the bonds of friendship that united them, knowing that no matter what trials lay ahead, they would face them together, as heroes united in purpose and bound by the unbreakable ties of camaraderie. And as they looked towards the future, they did so with hope and optimism, knowing that no matter how dark the night may seem, the light of heroism would always shine bright, guiding them through even the darkest of times. For in the end, it was not the powers they possessed or the battles they fought that defined them, but the courage to stand up for what was right and the strength to face whatever challenges came their way with unwavering resolve and unyielding determination. As the heroes of the MHA universe continued their ongoing battle against the forces of darkness, they found themselves confronted by a new and unexpected threat, a rift in the fabric of reality itself. This anomaly, unlike anything they had encountered before, threatened to unravel the very foundation of their world, unleashing chaos and destruction on an unprecedented scale. With time running out and the fate of their reality hanging in the balance, Midoriya Izuku and his allies embarked on a desperate mission to seal the rift and prevent catastrophe. Drawing upon all their strength and ingenuity, they ventured into the heart of the anomaly, facing dangers beyond comprehension and challenges that pushed them to their limits. But as they journeyed deeper into the rift, they soon discovered that its origins were far more sinister than they had imagined. A dark entity, lurking at the edge of existence, sought to harness the rift's power for its own nefarious purposes, threatening to plunge the world into eternal darkness. Undeterred, the heroes pressed on, confronting the entity in a climactic battle that shook the very foundations of reality. With courage and determination, they fought against overwhelming odds, refusing to back down in the face of adversity. And in the end, it was their unwavering resolve and their refusal to give in to despair that proved to be the greatest weapon. With a final surge of strength, they managed to seal the rift and banish the dark entity back to the depths of the void, restoring peace and stability to their world once more. As they emerged victorious from the chaos, the heroes knew that their journey was far from over. For in a world as unpredictable as theirs, new challenges would always arise, and heroes would always be needed to face them. But as long as they stood together, united in purpose and bound by the unbreakable bonds of friendship, they were ready to face whatever the future held with unwavering resolve and unyielding courage. In the aftermath of their victory over the dark entity and the sealing of the rift, the heroes of the MHA universe found themselves hailed as saviors once more. Their courage and sacrifice had saved their world from certain destruction, and the names were spoken with reverence and gratitude by all who had been spared from the chaos. But amidst the celebrations, a sense of unease lingered. Though the immediate threat had been averted, whispers of other rifts appearing throughout the multiverse sent shivers down the spines of heroes and civilians alike. It became clear that their battle was far from over, and that the forces of darkness were still at work, seeking to tear apart the very fabric of reality. Determined to confront this new challenge head-on, Midoriya Izuku and his allies banded together once more, vowing to protect their world from whatever threats may come. Armed with newfound resolve and strengthened by the bonds of friendship forged in the crucible of battle, they set out to investigate the origins of the rifts and put an end to the dark forces behind them. The journey would take them to the farthest reaches of the multiverse, where they would encounter allies and adversaries beyond imagining. Along the way, they would face trials that tested their courage and resolve, challenging them to rise above their fears and become the heroes they were destined to be. But through it all, they would remain steadfast in their commitment to protecting the innocent and upholding justice, knowing that as long as they stood together, united in purpose and bound by the unbreakable bonds of friendship, they would be ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead with unwavering resolve and unyielding courage. As the heroes of the MHA universe delved deeper into their investigation of the rifts, they uncovered clues that led them to ancient prophecies foretelling of a great cosmic upheaval. According to these prophecies, the rifts were but a harbinger of a much larger threat, one that had the potential to engulf the entire multiverse in darkness. Determined to prevent such a catastrophic event from coming to pass, Midoriya Izuku and his allies embarked on a perilous quest to gather the scattered fragments of an ancient artifact said to hold the key to sealing the ruptures in reality. The journey took them to the furthest reaches of the cosmos, where they encountered beings of unimaginable power and wisdom, each holding a piece of the puzzle they sought. But as they collected the fragments and pieced together the artifact, they soon realized that they were not the only ones seeking its power. Dark forces, drawn by the promise of ultimate power, sought to claim the artifact for themselves, threatening to unleash chaos and destruction upon the multiverse. In a race against time, the heroes faced off against their adversaries in epic battles that shook the very foundations of reality. With each confrontation, they grew stronger and more determined, drawing upon the strength of their bonds and the wisdom of their experiences to overcome every obstacle in their path. And as they finally assembled the artifact and prepared to confront the looming threat, they knew that the fate of the entire multiverse rested in their hands. With courage in their hearts and unity in their ranks, they stood ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, knowing that as long as they stood together, there was nothing they couldn't overcome. As the heroes of the MHA universe prepared to confront the looming threat posed by the dark forces seeking to claim the artifact, they found themselves facing the greatest challenge yet. The very fabric of reality trembled under the weight of impending doom, and the fate of the multiverse hung in the balance. With their resolve unshaken, Midoriya Izuku and his allies braced themselves for the final showdown. They stood united against the forces of darkness, drawing upon the strength of their bonds and the wisdom gained from the countless battles to face their adversaries head-on. In a climactic battle that spanned the dimensions, the heroes clashed with their enemies in a struggle for the fate of existence itself. Powers collided, realities converged, and the very laws of physics bent and warped in the chaos of the cosmic conflict. But through sheer determination and unwavering courage, the heroes prevailed. With the artifact in hand, they unleashed its power, sealing the rifts in reality and banishing the dark forces back to the depths from which they came. As the dust settled and the echoes of battle faded, the heroes stood victorious, their world saved from destruction once more. But even as they celebrated their triumph, they knew that their journey was far from over. For in a multiverse filled with infinite possibilities, new challenges would always arise, and heroes would always be needed to face them. But as long as they stood together, united in purpose and bound by the unbreakable bonds of friendship, they were ready to face whatever the future held with unwavering resolve and unyielding courage. In the aftermath of the cataclysmic battle that saved the multiverse from destruction, the heroes of the MHA universe emerged as legends, the names whispered with reverence across the cosmos. Their bravery and sacrifice had ensured the survival of countless worlds, and the deeds would be remembered for eternity. But as they returned to their own reality, they found that their journey had changed them in profound ways. They had faced unimaginable challenges, witnessed the wonders of the cosmos, and forged bonds that transcended space and time. Though the scars of their battles remained, they carried with them a newfound sense of purpose and a deeper understanding of the true meaning of heroism. As they settled back into their lives, they found that the world had been irrevocably altered by their actions. The rifts in reality had left a lasting impact, reshaping the very fabric of existence and opening up new possibilities for exploration and discovery. Guided by Midoriya Izuku's unwavering leadership and the bonds of friendship that bound them together, the heroes embarked on a new chapter in their journey. They continued to protect their world from threats both old and new, drawing upon the lessons learned from the cosmic odyssey to guide them through the challenges that lay ahead. And as they looked towards the future, they did so with hope and optimism, knowing that no matter what trials awaited them, they would face them together, as heroes united in purpose and bound by the unbreakable ties of camaraderie. For in the end, it was not the battles they fought or the powers they wielded that defined them, but the courage to stand up for what was right and the strength to face whatever challenges came their way with unwavering resolve and unyielding determination. As the heroes of the MHA universe continued their journey, they found themselves drawn into a new adventure of cosmic proportions. A distress signal from a distant corner of the galaxy beckoned them, signaling trouble on an unprecedented scale. Without hesitation, Midoriya Izuku and his allies embarked on a mission to answer the call for help. They traversed the vast expanse of space, encountering strange and wondrous sights along the way, but also facing dangers that tested their courage and resolve. Upon reaching the destination, they discovered a world on the brink of annihilation, ravaged by an ancient cosmic force that threatened to consume everything in its path. With time running out and the fate of an entire civilization hanging in the balance, the heroes sprang into action, rallying the planet's inhabitants to stand together against the encroaching darkness. In a desperate bid to save the world, the heroes faced off against the cosmic entity, engaging it in a battle that shook the very foundations of reality. Powers clashed, and the forces of light and darkness clashed in a struggle for supremacy. But through sheer determination and unwavering courage, the heroes emerged victorious, banishing the cosmic entity back to the void from whence it came. With the threat averted, they helped the planet rebuild and recover, ensuring that hope would continue to shine bright in the darkest of times. As they bid farewell to the grateful inhabitants of the world, the heroes knew that their journey was far from over. For in a universe as vast and unpredictable as theirs, new adventures and challenges awaited them at every turn. But with their bonds of friendship as strong as ever, they knew that together, they could overcome anything that stood in their way. Amidst the tranquility that followed their latest triumph, a mysterious disturbance rippled through the fabric of reality, catching the attention of the heroes of the MHA universe. Strange anomalies began to appear across dimensions, causing chaos and confusion wherever they went. Determined to uncover the source of these disturbances, Midoriya Izuku and his allies set out on a new quest, venturing into uncharted territories and facing dangers unlike any they had encountered before. Along the way, they encountered beings of immense power and ancient wisdom, each holding clues to the true nature of the threat they faced. As they delved deeper into the mystery, they soon discovered that the disturbances were the work of a malevolent force seeking to unravel the very fabric of reality itself. Known only as the Voidwalker, this entity sought to bring about the end of all existence, plunging the multiverse into eternal darkness. With time running out and the fate of the cosmos hanging in the balance, the heroes braced themselves for their most perilous mission yet. Armed with courage and determination, they confronted the Voidwalker in a final showdown that would determine the fate of reality itself. In a battle that spanned dimensions and tested the limits of their abilities, the heroes fought with all their might, drawing upon the strength of their bonds and the wisdom gained from the countless adventures. With every blow struck and every obstacle overcome, they drew closer to victory, refusing to back down in the face of overwhelming odds. And in the end, it was their unwavering resolve and their refusal to give in to despair that proved to be the greatest weapon. With a final surge of strength, they dealt a decisive blow to the Voidwalker, banishing it back to the depths of the void and restoring balance to the multiverse once more. As they emerged victorious from the chaos, the heroes knew that their journey was far from over. For in a universe as vast and ever-changing as theirs, new challenges would always arise, and heroes would always be needed to face them. But as long as they stood together, united in purpose and bound by the unbreakable bonds of friendship, they were ready to face whatever the future held with unwavering resolve and unyielding courage. In the aftermath of their victory over the Voidwalker, the heroes of the MHA universe found themselves hailed as saviors once more, the names spoken with reverence across the cosmos. Yet, even as they basked in the adulation of the masses, a sense of unease lingered in the air. For in the wake of their battle, the very fabric of reality had been left fragile and vulnerable, its seams weakened by the relentless onslaught of cosmic forces. Rifts continued to appear throughout the multiverse, threatening to tear apart the very foundation of existence itself. Determined to restore stability to the cosmos, Midoriya Izuku and his allies embarked on a quest to mend the rifts and prevent further chaos from consuming the multiverse. Drawing upon their experiences and the lessons learned from the countless adventures, they journeyed from world to world, sealing the ruptures and restoring balance to the universe. But with each rift closed, new challenges arose, each one more daunting than the last. From ancient beings seeking to exploit the chaos for their own gain to cosmic phenomena beyond comprehension, the heroes faced adversaries that tested the limits of their abilities and pushed them to their breaking point. Yet, through sheer determination and unwavering resolve, they persevered, refusing to yield in the face of adversity. With each victory won and each rift sealed, they grew stronger and more united, their bonds of friendship serving as a beacon of hope in the darkest of times. And as they continued their quest to safeguard the multiverse, they did so with the knowledge that their journey was far from over. For in a universe as vast and ever-changing as theirs, new challenges would always arise, and heroes would always be needed to face them. But as long as they stood together, united in purpose and bound by the unbreakable bonds of friendship, they were ready to face whatever the future held with unwavering resolve and unyielding courage. As the heroes of the MHA universe continued the tireless efforts to mend the rifts and restore balance to the multiverse, they encountered a new and unexpected challenge, an ancient prophecy that foretold of a cataclysmic event that would shake the very foundations of reality. According to the prophecy, a cosmic alignment known as the Convergence was imminent, during which the barriers between dimensions would weaken, allowing unimaginable chaos to spill forth into the universe. It was said that only by harnessing the power of a legendary artifact known as the Keystone could the convergence be prevented and the multiverse saved from destruction. Determined to fulfill their destiny and prevent the prophesied catastrophe, Midoriya Izuku and his allies embarked on a perilous quest to locate the Keystone before it fell into the wrong hands. The journey took them to the farthest reaches of the cosmos, where they faced trials that tested their courage, strength, and unity. Along the way, they encountered allies and adversaries alike, each with their own motivations and agendas. Some sought to aid them in their quest, while others sought to hinder them at every turn. But through it all, the heroes remained steadfast in their commitment to protecting the multiverse and ensuring its survival. As they drew closer to the goal, the challenges they faced grew ever more daunting. From ancient guardians tasked with protecting the Keystone to malevolent entities seeking to claim its power for themselves, the heroes were pushed to their limits as they battled against the forces of darkness. But with courage in their hearts and unity in their ranks, they pressed on, knowing that the fate of the multiverse depended on their success. And in the end, it was their unwavering resolve and their refusal to give up, even in the face of impossible odds, that allowed them to overcome every obstacle and emerge victorious. With the Keystone in their possession, the heroes stood ready to face the convergence and ensure that the multiverse remained safe for generations to come. For in a universe as vast and wondrous as theirs, the journey of a hero was never truly over, and new adventures awaited them on the horizon.